Well, hey, and I see somebody was already sitting here waiting on me. How you doing? I'm gonna just keep this one sweet and simple. Stick to the subject instead of just talking about a whole lot of things. Mama gonna just talk about this one thing. Okay. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Did you get a notification? Lisa. Hey, brown sugar. Hey, Allie, die. You did. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. How many people got a notification? Beautiful. Oh yeah, that Mother Wisdom Tree channel, honey. I did that controversial video, honey. And they kicking me in the ass about that. Woo! Beware of them. I'm getting kicked in the ass about that. Woo! I ain't never got kicked in the ass like that. Woo! Somebody don't like that message. They don't like that message right there. You guys, I was talking about that pharmaceutical company, and I'm gonna make this real quick because I got to get into what I got to get into. I talked about the pharmaceutical companies, and I was urging women to stay away from the birth control. I was urging them to do. So if you all want to see that video in depth, which was a very hot video, okay, meaning that YouTube did everything they could to slow the traffic down on that video. Okay, see, people need to know that YouTube can put you in traffic, keep you away from traffic, slow your traffic down. It's all their actual work at their discretion. So if you real hot, enjoy it. You're not necessarily hot because you popping. They just love me. What we gotta do, especially let's talk about. Hey, Lisa, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much. What we gotta do, because when I got kicked in my ass about beware of them on the Mother Wisdom Tree channel, y'all, if y'all got time, watch that video. Anybody in here ever watched it? What you gotta do is you gotta make sure you're not doing too many videos. This is to the content creators, okay? Because if something happens to your channel or happens to anything that will prevent you from coming to make videos, I'm telling you, man, that right there is like a death. So you can't make, I'm noticing that you cannot make all of your money from YouTube because they can give you the boot anytime. I mean, it's there must be another way. So after that situation with that video, I know now that it is very important that I utilize every single outlet. It's going to be a lot of work, but it must be done. I'm not utilizing IG like I should. I'm not utilizing, you see what I'm saying? Facebook like I should. I'm not utilizing other avenues. So when you put all your trust in one avenue and that is cut off, then guess what? Now you are just blocked. So it's so much work need to be done. I'm working on the temple. You know what I'm saying? Then I come here. So that's I wonder why I do a video every week, because I know this energy cannot just go into building a YouTube channel. I've done it for the last 11 years. I've been on some highs and now I'm on some lows. So what they're doing now is to keep my information from mainstreaming. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to cut the artery off as much as they possibly can. Why do I say that? Because there are just too many people frustrated and they're not getting their notifications. So now, thank you so much, Gail, for the thank you so much for the offering. Look. Thank y'all for the donations. I call them offerings if y'all don't mind, okay? But look, check this out. Um, you got 500 subscribers. they can either choose to give all 500 notifications, or they can choose to only give 10 of them notifications. And they can tell us that the reason why they're doing it is because, the people don't have their bells clicked all the way on to being notified for all. But you don't know. So what I'm saying, they can select the amount of people they want to have notifications. Does that make sense? So we got to know that if we're on top today, we can be on the bottom within a few years. Please utilize all social media outlets to keep your message alive, to keep the cause alive. I'm trying to keep the cause alive. They want to, they want to silence the cause. The cause. What is the cause? To free the souls of men and women, especially women, from the lies of patriarchy. Understand? Is to let us know, to let all of you all know that there are parallel worlds, the world of the living and the world of the dead. None of you all were taught of that if you live in the U.S. Now, if you said I was born in the Congos of Africa, you may have that information because they teach the kids that very young. You see what I'm saying? If you're from the Caribbeans, you've taught that. You taught that. But if you hear, you taught nothing but trash. You taught the Christianity. You're taught the Catholicism. You're taught all of that, which is trash. Why is it trash? Because it not feed the soul. Okay? You got traps waiting on you. Oh, well, okay. Thank you, XXOO. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you all. Thank you so much. I didn't even know that the message would go that far. Thank you so much. Because, it's a lot of encouragement, to see all of you here, and a lot of encouragement to see the offerings. It says you got to keep going. In spite of, because you all need to know that the people that run these internets, that run these social media outlets, you understand what I'm saying? A lot of stuff they don't want. They don't want. And what is the most they don't want? It's the truth. I've been here all of these years. Why now do you fight the message? Why are you cutting off the people from the knowledge and the wisdom? The reason why I say that, I see here on social media outlet that pornography is promoted amongst children. This social media outlet has pornography. It does. It has it. How do I know? People send it. Look at this, mama. Thank you so much, Brown Sugar. I really appreciate you so much. I appreciate all of y'all. It's okay for our little babies to come here with nothing on their bodies and dance. It's okay. It's okay to see violence. People fighting, children fighting. Here on this social media outlet. But it's not okay for me to speak the truth. This was a channel where I was just allowing kids to fight and to have sex and do all kind of things that go against our community, I would probably have millions of subscribers. Is this really the message that you want to promote? I'm talking to, the network that owns this platform. Yeah, I know that. I know it's okay. I know. So I want you all to see it for yourself. You see it for yourself, don't you? It's a distraction to keep us from going to get the food. They don't want you to have the food because the food is going to what? It's going to rejuvenate you. It's going to fuel you for change. And that change is not what they want. They don't know what this message is going to do over the time, because regardless of what a lot of them say, a lot of these content creators in this community, they watch me and they adopt everything I say. I sit down and I look at them just to see. And guess what? I want to let all of you all know I am proud of you. Because even if they take me out of here, y'all still going to continue to cause. I'm proud of all of you. Even the ones I've argued with in the past, we had our beef. You created videos against me. And I was upset at the time. Now I see the beauty in it. If you want to make some more, go ahead. It's best that you talk about me. Then ain't nobody talking about me at all. Because you've drawn a lot of people to me. A lot of folks said, I came to get your work because I just want to know why everybody else was complaining. I appreciate you. Okay? You go and you do a search on my name, Spiritually Not Emo. You can see all of the tabloids. All of it. People that have never met me a day in their life, never had work done, never exchanged coins with me. They got a lot to say. Beautiful. Keep up the good work. Because you draw people in to get the food. Let them get the food. Somebody did one of the best reviews over me. And I really appreciate you. I can't even call her name. But and I'm not gonna call her name, but she know who she is. It's a beautiful shout out that she did, which was some positive feedback or what have you. But what I'm saying, all I'm trying to say is this right here. When I can't do it, y'all gonna finish it. There are content creators gonna finish it. So this social media outlet needs to know witches are here to stay. We're not going anywhere. Okay? Be prepared. Because if you say you are a witch or you a psychic, and you decide now you don't want to talk about gossip no more, what's going on with celebrities, what's going on in the news, and you decide, because see, that's a whole nother source. When you get your information from the internet, TV, and you talk about all of that, that's still beautiful. Don't get me wrong, because we need to know about that. But when source comes, and you're ready for it, you've taken an oath to do so, they ain't gonna want you around no more. You gotta go. You better utilize all social media outlets just in case one, like I say, artery gets cut off. You still have some blood flow to your message, your calls. Now, y'all heard it from me, okay? And I know a lot of content creators watch me. I know y'all watch me and you get your information here. You are welcome to it, whether we had beef or not. I appreciate you. I heard somebody talking about protecting yourself when someone passes away, and that's a message that I brought to the table. I don't mind you talking about it. Somebody need to get it out there. Somebody need to tell the truth. There's a lot of truth here on social media. You just got to be ready to come out here and get it. Protect your head from the dead. Most of what I talk about is not things I've read in a book. I had one content creator say, everything you talk about, you can't hardly find it. Because my information comes from the true source. All of y'all got your sources. It's nothing special, just saying, I got it, y'all got it too. Are you listening? A lot of y'all don't want to hear it. Oh, something talking to me in my head. Oh, I had this dream. Maybe I'm going, I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy. I don't want to tell nobody. Oh, I saw something. Nobody else saw it. Oh, well, let me just not say anything. That's your muse. M-U-S-E, look it up. Pay attention to your muse. You got information from other worlds stored inside of you. You've been here so many times before. Are you listening? This is what creates artwork, paintings. This is what creates movies. This is what writes books. Do you hear me? This is where sculptures come from. This is where all of this comes from. It comes from the what? Invisible worlds. The worlds that you have not been taught. They exist, whether you want to believe it or not. And the hurdle is, when you leave here, if you hadn't been doing any work to be able to incorporate the living with what they call the world of the dead, or the invisible world is what I want to call it. When you get on the other side, you're going to be fucked up. You're going to be fucked up. It's going to be a lot of folks going to be fucked. A lot of the folks in the church going to be fucked, because their church is a place for you to go. And it's promised that it's a refuge. A refuge from truth. A refuge from the invisible world. There is no refuge. I don't care how you run. You ain't going to be able to hide from death. As I try to keep silence, I was told that I was trying to incite fear. What if that's what it is? I'm guilty. Guilty as charged. Because the folks need the food, and they need the gems. They need the truth. If you're over here, witch, working and doing what you're supposed to do here, and that is always knowing that there are spiritual consequences to anything physical, okay, and vice versa. When you go over to the other side, I can't say that you're 100% safe, but I tell you what, you'll be living your life knowing that there is something over there to look forward to. And it's all about how you're living your life. Living your life saying, I'm on my knees praying to Jesus. I made sure I did this and I did that. I went to my church every Sunday. That's not enough. I hate to tell you. You're lacking spiritually. We can't be around here lacking spiritually, witches. And for all of you all who say you're not witches, you're not warlocks, you're not occultists, you're not spiritualists, you're not... You see what I'm saying? This message is not for you. You don't have to go and snitch. You can go away. Because like I say, when I leave, my message is going to continue, because some other practitioner out there is an apprentice and don't even know it. It's going to go further from there. See, witches, we making changes over here. I didn't even realize that the changes were occurring until I keep getting all these phone calls from people. I know you're monitoring my phone calls. Yes, people have called me. I have a secret phone number that you don't know about. Because you got to know, content creators, that they are listening to your messages. You're going to have some secret numbers up in here. Hey, Tina, thank you so much for the love and the donation and the offering. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. Look at that color, y'all. Look at how that gold hit that background. And then at the top, somebody, I think you had a red. That red hit the background, and that turquoise. Those colors are just awesome. I'm very stimulated by colors, y'all. They really, really get they set that black off real nice. But anyways, look. So we need to know that if you're not a witch or an occultist, because that's going to cover everything, you can leave. You don't have to be offended by the message. Just go away. Okay? Because everyone in here will be infected. What do I mean? You will be infected by this truth. And you're going to take it further. A lot of folks in here are crap. You know what I'm saying? You're infected. And you will go to infect other people. There's a huge shift and a huge change going around. People want their spirituality now. They want it. It will come a time. You understand? You already see it going on with this Matrix TV. Matrix TV is not stimulating anybody anymore. No one cares to watch the stories, what they used to call stories back in the day. Nobody wants that. We're not necessarily interested in court TV anymore. Who cares about CBS? Who cares about Fox News? Who cares about any of that? It's not interesting anymore. Everybody is coming to places like Netflix. Netflix create and you see what I'm saying? Their own movies. And most of us occultists, we have a lot of interest in what they call horror films or whatever, scary movies or whatever. Why? It's because we know there's truth in that. The truth you're not going to find at CBS and NBC. We're not interested in love and hip hop and the Atlanta Housewives, and we're not interested in that lifestyle. Now, there may be some witches that are, into the aesthetics. It doesn't mean that they're not a witch. They have other interests, but they still gravitate back to what they call the horror films. This is what we want, and this is what they're going to go to. They're going to start having more supernatural series and movies to keep us stimulated. Shit, the whole motherfucking planet might turn to witches. Who knows? America might turn to being just nothing but totally witches and warlocks and occultists. People are being infected. That's the motherfucking zombie apocalypse that they motherfucking are preparing for. Had you ever thought about it? Well, folks gonna be putting witchcraft on people and burning candles and stuff. It's coming. Like in places like Jamaica and different countries in Africa and stuff like that, witchcraft is banned. Because why is it banned? They know it's real. They know it's real that I can be chasing some witch down the street because she got something of mine, and she may just turn straight into a black cougar and she's gone. That shit real. Don't let them fool you. They try to make you think it's just Hollywood. It's not Hollywood. There are witches out here. Look, let me tell y'all about a story. Let me tell y'all about this story right here. And I don't really have to preach to you all that witchcraft is real, because I know you already know that. Y'all know that, don't you? But anyways, there was this, I looked at this news feed, and there was I think it was a wolf. A wolf had gotten really, really, really sick. And do y'all know what that wolf did? I think it got hurt or something like that. Y'all might have heard of that news feed or read it. Well, anyway, the wolf's paws had gotten stuck in something happened. But guess where that wolf went to get some treatment? It went to a clinic. It took itself, okay? He or she took themselves to a clinic. And when they went to the clinic, a doctor worked on them and fixed whatever was ailing it, and it left the clinic. All healed up and everything. Now, what am I getting at? It's a chance that was a witch. Now, don't get me wrong. We know that animals have their own natural instinct to go and find help. You know what I'm saying? That they have source to go and get help wherever they can. But it's a chance it was a witch. Okay? There are some sorcerers and sorceresses out there that can shape shift into animals. And this is where my channel stemmed from. And these are some of the things I want to continue to concentrate on. Every now and then I'll talk some conspiracy things and stuff like that. But, they don't necessarily want me talking about that. Hello. When I was around here telling the women have as many babies as they want and everything, they didn't like that message, okay? I still would say that, you know what I'm saying? Birth control pills are unnatural. Women have all the babies you want. You got my permission, okay? You got my permissions, because that's what we came here to do. We came here, and men too. We really came here to populate the earth, and to not do so I'm not saying women who are not able to have children, who have decided not to have children, so there's something wrong because you can't. I'm not talking about you all. I'm just saying that if we were, that's what we're here for. Okay? I could just talk about all of the trees do it. Okay? The daisies do it. The cornflowers do it. The chrysanthemums do it. I know what y'all saying, Mom. We get it. Okay? The pansies do it. Okay? The poppies do it. The grass does it. The squirrels do it. The rats do it. The cats do it. The dogs. The coyotes. They do it. Why can't we do it? You get shot around here, sitting up here telling folks to have all the babies they want. You get shot. Those are your blessings to the earth. How can I tell the earth how much I love it? How can I how can I honor the earth? How can you see what I'm saying? How can I gift the earth? You gift the earth by replenishing the earth. One woman in there says she's already had 12 babies. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now I know what y'all saying. Now, Mama, how we gonna take care of all these here babies? Don't worry about it, because Mother Earth always make a way. And the only reason why a lot of women are not able to necessarily take care of their babies is because we live in a construct called what? Civilization. In our natural habitats, we would be no different than animals. I mean, it's just the truth. Man is the only being on the planet that goes outside of nature. Don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Anything that blasts the mountains for coal till they're nothing but gaping holes. That's unnatural. Cutting down tree after tree after tree after tree after tree. Harvesting trees, harvesting animals for food, and harvesting people for labor is unnatural. Okay? You came here to gift the earth, woman and man. Okay? Once again, that's not everybody's role. But if it's your role, you're supposed to be doing what you're doing. Okay? Okay, before I get to the meat of this subject, because I need to hurry up and get to the subject matter and stuff like that, as they try to silence Mom. As they try to silence her. I ain't finna shut up. I'm finna infect everybody. Ooh, I'm going to be really showing up in trouble then, ain't I? I said I'm finna get ready to infect. I'm finna give everybody this infection that was gifted to me from the divine source. Okay? Ooh, y'all, it's some things I want to sit down and talk to y'all about. I don't mind talking to y'all about it and stuff, because I thought about it. It ain't about, they going to steal my content. Anyway, you here to give the information and the food out. So you have to think about it like this. Okay, let me talk to everybody. Hey, Tamara Cortram, how are you? I'm glad to see you all here. Hello, B-Boss. See, now, Mama was sitting out here talking about the celebrity local news, which is, we need an intimate, don't get me wrong, we need an intimate crowd. This is good, because I know y'all going to take it to the next level. That's what's even more beautiful. It's not important. I have to remind myself, it's not important that I have 200, 300 to 500 to 1,000 people in here watching a live stream. You have to just tell yourself that. But now if I was sitting out here talking about some gossip, what's happening and everything in celebrity news and stuff, it probably would be quite a few people in here. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I have to appreciate you all, because you all are those, people, those witches, those warlocks that are going to take this message and incorporate it in your lives. Other people will see your lives fruitful and prosperous, and they're going to be like, I want to do it the way you do it, Because it look like you doing something right over here. You ain't going to that church over there. And I notice you over here eating. Every time you turn around, y'all barbecuing, y'all cooking, y'all toting groceries in your house. I want to do it your way. You got a fine car, or you just got a car to get around. You ain't walking on your feet. Let me see how she do it. That's how this shit works, okay? Um... Okay, B-Boss, the reason why you can't see, I have it on blackout screen, but I promise you, you all, that I'm going to have the camera in my face live and in color. The reason why I've been doing this is because these are spur of the moment videos, and the temple is really consuming me. I mean, even I don't even get a chance to go down there as much, but I'm just totally consumed with looking in different places for things to furnish it, and spirits speaking to me, and spirits got me making dolls. They say you need 10 voodoo dolls, 10 ghetto dolls to help get a fight. Let me tell you something. Then I'm gonna get back in the chat. Don't nobody. I don't want y'all to think I've left you all out. I'm getting to you. I'm just look. Let me tell you something. Get your dolls. That's where your power at. Get 100 of them suckers. Okay. If you can't afford to get nobody to custom make you some, you can order them. Put your soul, your spiritual power in it. They will help you fight in the astral realm. Yes. Just like people who think, oh, I'm going to do mama like this, that she can't see me because I'm behind a troll account. Oh, yes. I don't have to see you. The spirit sees you. That's why you all supposed to be feeding your spirits, because your spirits are on guard for you. They know you're in the physical body and you got your physical things you're looking out for. They're on the other end, you understand, fighting your spiritual wars. They're on the other end, helping you to prosper, to bring monies into you, honey. My spirits be watching out for me, man. I mean, it's been days and stuff like that. A trail of money just sitting there in my face. I'm like, what is this for? Folks just handing me stuff. I got donations for the temple. You can, when I said donations, I'm talking about gifted furniture. You can draw all of that to you if you're in your spirituality. You can ask for these things. They will just come. This is what they don't talk about. Who are they? The elitists, the globalists, because they're not here. You understand what I'm saying? To fortify your spirituality. They're here for their own. And they utilize you to get it. You're no more than their pawns. You're their laborers. You're their slaves. You're their these things to keep them comfortable. Once you all turn that around, it will work out for you in your favor. You need 100 damn dolls. Each one of them dolls, you deploy them. You tell them what to do. You feed them. You give them food. And if you think it's weird, you think it's crazy, it's because you haven't reached this level of knowledge yet. And it's okay. Take the gem, stick it in your pocket. I'm making 10 ghetto dolls right now. So this is the reason why I be like aloof, as people say. I'm not around as much because, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? To have a crowd of people watching, and it boosts you and build your confidence up. That's so beautiful. But it's some other stuff that must be worked on. As witches, as warlocks, as occultists, the spirits have to be fed. At the end of the day, that's what's more important. It's not important that, you get all of this exposure. It's more important that the spirits are taken care of. So sometimes the lines can get blurred sometimes. I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of chasing views, because that's how we get paid. The money is in the views. Don't get me wrong. You understand? So sometimes we see that money and AdSense build up, and then you don't want that. That's a distraction. You don't want that to take your mind off of this. You got to know that when you do need money, spirits are going to provide it. So they must be fed. You can't get distracted on views, and not pay attention to spirit. Okay? Because spirit's going to prevent you from being in that car accident. Hopefully, I'm not saying y'all gonna have one. I'm just saying they can see things ahead that's coming. You can sit down and take your time and prepare yourself. They'll help avoid you from meeting those fates. They can see when the cover trees are gonna be empty, or the refrigerator's going to be empty, and you know what I'm saying, sicknesses and diseases. And I'm not saying that we ain't going to have these stumbling blocks, but I'm just saying it would be nice to have the spirits with us. Who knows, spirits might have some type of concoction to make your hair grow all the way down your back, or some concoction that can heal you from your skin rashes, or heal others from their skin rashes. They have all the information, so they should be put first. Spirit is first in my life. When I had little babies, my little babies were first. Now my little babies are grown. They can see and navigate for themselves. Spirit is first for me. Spirit is first for Spirit Tree. Okay? Know that. Okay? You all put your spirits first. If you got small children, you put your children and your spirit first, so the spirit can watch over you and your babies. Okay? Okay. Let me look in here, cause like I said, I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all better get a bunch of dolls. Now I'm gonna leave it like that. If you ain't got but one, get her, get your doll, because it's something coming. They opening up the gates. Hello, don't miss out. You might not understand that terminology depending on what particular level you're on, what dimension you are vibrating on. You may not understand that message, okay? Don't worry. Take the gem, stick it in your pocket, wait on it. You cannot force this. You look. What I'm trying to say is this: you can get all kind of stuff from witches if you have not had the necessary classroom work. You're gonna have to wait. You gotta crawl before you walk. Okay? Folks asking me, how you get here where you at? Well, life. I mean, I done raised 3 children now. Most of my children are, 2 of my children in their 30s. What do you expect? Have you gone through any of that? Hello? Have you diapered and breastfed? I'm not saying, men can get up here too. I'm not, so men might not have diapered and breastfed. I'm not saying you got to do that to get there. I'm just saying these are some of the things that I've done. These are the life experiences I have had. Understand what I'm saying? I've been walking on these feet for 50 some odd years. Okay? So these things are necessary. Been nursing. I've washed the bodies of the dead. Yes, I have. Folks died in the nursing home. We went and we gave them baths. I have bathed dead people. I've watched people bleed. I've seen folks taking care of them, come back off my lunch break, they died. See, these are the things that brought me here. Okay? So you all will have your own little life trials and triumphs and tribulations that's gonna, get you where you're gonna go. Some of you all may have surpassed where I am. That's what's so beautiful about this circle. Hello? My uncle, rest his soul, whatever rest is mean. I don't even mean. I know what rest mean. I'm gonna tell you what rest mean in just a little bit, because we got to get to this subject matter. You know what I'm saying? Always told me that if you the smartest thing in your circle, it's time for you to find you a new circle. And I know I ain't the smartest thing in my circle, because I'm learning from y'all. Okay? Okay. Hey, Regina, thank you for the love. And look at that rabbit. That is fertility. Okay. Make this message be fertile and grow and grow and grow. Hey, Jackie, thank you so much for moderating. She said, yes, Mama, I have to bathing dead bodies and confronting their families. There you go. That make a big difference in your work here, your mission here. I've actually had to touch the dead. And I know people going to say, what it feel like? I'm going to get to that if y'all remind me. Let me acknowledge everybody in the chat. Hello, Ashley. How are you? Hey, Buddha's Child TV. Oh, so I won't believe what happened to you. Okay, I'll give you my email. It's spirittree41@yahoo.com. Buddha wants me to sign them up for classes. And you know, I had somebody, I'm not gonna call your name, wanted to come for classes, was gonna take a flight out. And I had to tell them, look, I'm not set up for classes. You know, the temple is still not ready. I'm still trying to furnish it in these furnishings. Because, you know, the exterior comes last. So I'm not going to, worry myself too much about the exterior. It's the interior, making the interior of the house and, habitable and comfortable. So that's what I'm working on. And I'm getting all the furnishings in it. We spent all day. We drove from Dothan all the way back to that area where the temple is to get an old. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. And I got to get to everybody in the chat. Let me tell you something. How Spirit will take care of you. Spirit actually gave. I drove all the way to Dothan to pick up a antique grandfather clock that was made in West Germany. The man sold it to me for $25. Do y'all hear me? And it works. It plays the Westminster chime, all of that. It was just like, I couldn't believe it. Then I got some end tables while I was out there. The man sold me 2 end tables for $20. And I'm telling you, if you take care of your spirits, I'm telling you, they're going to take care of you too. I always tell my spirits. You know what I'm saying? I know that, it's some things that I need to do, but if you just be patient, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't do enough for them. Just lead and guide me the way to take care of this, that, and other. They will. So that's why I always make sure I have cigars out for them, candy, sweets, cakes, their altar flowers, sweet things there or whatever. And if need be, sacrifice. Sometimes they want blood. That when you dealing with them higher spirits, that's all they want. You can't appease them with no pennies and nickels and coins and stuff. Some of them will take it. We do have our and that's something to think about. Y'all, I put them 3 pennies at the crossroads, which Papa won't more than 3 pennies now. Y'all know I do more for Papa than that. But it's just traditionally people have put 3 coins, 3 pennies out there. I put that out there at the crossroads. Do y'all know they showed up on my front porch of the temple? The 3 pennies were there. And every time I turn around, 3 pennies are either in a room or at the front door here at my house. Y'all, what that mean? I guess Papa said, I don't want your pennies, okay? Get these pennies out of my path, okay? But that's him acknowledging you and letting you know that he's watching you, okay? Now, whether he pleased or not, you know it. Because I caught it on film. Papa came straight to me, and one of y'all in the comment sections said, did you hear Papa say, I love you? Papa said, I love you. Doc was the one that had to tell me that was Papa. Y'all be careful out there. Y'all might be talking to Papa. Papa might just come by and ask you for a couple of dollars. You say y'all say y'all want a gift to Papa? Give him an offering? He may just come up to you and ask you for it. And he may be in the form of what you might think looks like a bomb. You may just think it's a bomb off the street. That's why, and even in the Bible said, be careful how you entertain strangers. You might be entertaining an angel. That shit true. Papa might come to you with toe-up clothes on, reeking with the smell of liquor. Because he does drink plenty of liquor. I think they say he love corn liquor here in the hoodoo community. Do you got some ready? When he show up, say, I need a few dollars. I need a meal. You know what I'm saying? Okay? So watch that the next time. Have his stuff ready. You can go to the crossroads all day long with your baskets, because I do sometimes where I have like cigars and a little basket and liquor and things of that nature, and I'll leave it at the crossroads. I even tell my clients to do that, to leave offerings at the crossroads. I always tell them go in the daytime, not at night. Now, only the brave can go late at night, okay? And during the witching hour, because spirits are down there. I know for sure. That's scary. I brought some back with me one time. You hear me? This is not fantasy and make believe, okay? So, if you want to leave an offering at the crossroads, that's fine. But at the same time, too, if the little old man show up, be ready. Might be a little old lady. I don't know. Papa come in many colors. You can't just say, oh, it's just a black papa. It's a white papa, too. It's papas of all colors. Okay? So, have his stuff ready, okay? Don't tell him out. I see people walking by papas, you know what I'm saying? Can I have $1? They walk on by. You just gonna go and buy some liquor. That's what you gonna do. I ain't finna give you no money. You finna buy some liquor. Let Papa have his liquor. Let Papa have a drink. Take Papa to the bar. Let him get him something to drink. Take him down there to get him some cigars. And then you'll find favor. Because the only way to what? The other angels is through who? Papa. Okay? I'm back in here again, y'all. Hey, Lee. Hey, Ginger Snap. Hey, Gabby. Gabby says she went 12 a.m. But you walk home in a different direction, so I wouldn't be followed. Okay? Thank you for giving us that information. It's a shame we got to sit down here and piece all of the information back together with one another. You know what I'm saying? You know, because it's lost. The oral teachings from the elders and stuff was cut off by TV. TV cut that oral information off. It sure did. TV, television, school systems cut it off. Churches cut it off. Now we got to go and we got to resurrect this information. Hey, Lady Al, how you doing? Hey, Melanated High Priestess. I'm going to read the comments in a little. Hey, Patricia. I just want to make sure I get to everybody. Hey, Sacred Sister Circle with the Sacred Bruja. How are you? Hey, Simply Keela. Hey, Living Water. Thank you for the love. Love you too. Hello, Wanda. Clocks. Clocks are very supernatural. They are also divining objects, believe it or not. They're no different than Ouija boards, okay? I want you to know they're no different than a Ouija board. Okay? It's spirit communication with clocks. The ones that wind. Okay? That's why they say it's bad luck if a clock strikes a certain kind of way or something like that. It could be a sign that some death is inevitable or all of this scary stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Simaran, thank you for the love and the flowers. And I see we got some snowflakes there too. Somebody got some snow. Hey, Lalil, how you doing? I'm gonna get to y'all's comments in a bit. Hey, Jackie, thank you so much for moderating. I got one of those things in there beeping in there. We've changed the battery and it continues to beep, so I think it's time to replace the actual device. Y'all make sure y'all have y'all smoke detectors and your carbon monoxide devices up. They're very important, especially in the winter months when we have the doors closed. I want to tell y'all something. In actuality, I turned on the gas stove in the temple, and I had we just put a carbon monoxide device up there. We were using it to warm it up because we realized they didn't. The gas man came out, but he didn't light the pilot lights on the furnaces. Okay, so we said, okay, let's warm this little kitchen area up. And as soon as my son put it up, it said carbon monoxide detected. It kept saying it over and over again. So we got an issue with that. So what I'm gonna do is just have them to cap it off and just put an electric cooktop on it. Okay, so those are very important. Carbon monoxide is dangerous. Hey, Hey, the Lovers Oracle, how are you doing? I'm glad to see you. Sometimes you have to cut the locks off. It's a new beginning. Hello, XXOO. Thank you for your generous donation. Once again, it was cold last night, y'all. Woo. As I'm looking through the chat. Hey, Saint Anne, where you been? I think I got to. Did I get it? Did it? Is it anyone that I have? Thank you for the love, Buddha's Child TV. Hey, Gail. Hey, Cherokee Tulu. Hey, Layama. Thank you again for the donations. Thank all of you all for the donations. For the donating your time and your energy and your attention and donating of the monies and stuff like that. They are very appreciated. Hey, Chris, thank you so much for moderating. I'm just not getting up here to you. And I love you too. Blessed be. Hey, Chastain Stone. Hey, so cool land. Hey, Terica Favre, how are you? Regina's rabbit hole. I like that. Thank you for the rainbows and the sunshine, Lala. I cannot pronounce your name good. Hey, Layek, where you been? Layek, where have you been? Haven't been seeing you. Hey, Varney. Varney, where you been, Varney? Hey, Prophetess Tucker. Love you too. Glad to see you. Hello, No Sheeple. Hey, Crystal Raven Rose. Love you. Hey, Javier. How are you? Hey, Sumiko. XXOO. Oh, man, that's the biggest donation I ever got in my life. I cannot stop talking about that. Thank you so much. I mean, I thank all of you all for your donations, but that I'm like, woo, them right there, not my mama just about to fall over. She about to fall over off the bed. Mama sitting up on this bed still, y'all. Yeah, when I decide to do a video, I don't care where I'm at. I'm gonna do my video. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my video. Okay. Hey, Undead Goddess. Hey, Ovaldo. Hey, Douglas Barber. Hey, Natasha. Hello, Lisa. Hey, okay. Hey, Andy. Hey, Natural Beauty. And so I guess everybody got a notice this time. Hey, Shanice. Hey, Allie Di. Hey, Curie. Did I? Now, is it anybody that I left out? Hey, the Tina Show. Did I leave anybody out? Hey, Spiritual Offset. Hello, Uncertain Me. I like that name. Uncertain said, hey, Mama, you are always happy. I'm glad I caught this live. I'm always fired up. I've always been a firecracker, y'all. Always been a firecracker. My mom said, Vanita, you're not ladylike. Because they know I haul off and say anything. Hey, what you doing? Where you get all of them apples from? Where you get all them oranges from? I'm just like that. I used to always get wrote up in high school for being loud and boisterous. That's the way the teachers would put it. You know, they had a little slip, loud and boisterous. I would always get them. I was always in detention hall. I'm just gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of energy shared. Had a lot of energy. I don't know. I don't make no apologies as to who I am. You understand? I didn't come here. I didn't choose to come here like this. Okay? So why should I be punished because but this is my role. My role has been to shout out the good news. If I got a question I want to ask, I'm gonna ask it. Okay? I can be nice when I want to, and I can be a bitch when I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? So don't apologize for who y'all are. Be yourself. Don't suppress your energy for no elitist and no globalist. They got somebody to speak up for them. And we ain't got no choice but to speak up for ourselves. I'm speaking up for the cause. Okay, I'm speaking for the cause. So if the cause is going to get this, that, and the other roadblock, I'm going to use a motherfucking road opener to open the bitch back up. I'll use a blockbuster on it. I'll blow that shit up. Ain't nobody going to keep me from getting what I got to get. Lose my motherfucking money. I say that all the time. You shout like that, they'll do it. I just tell them to get the hell out your way. While you can shout it out. Because it's going to come a time you ain't going to be able to. You understand? But you can still have power. I've seen people have power. They ain't have to say nothing. I ain't going to call this psychic name. I ain't going to call her name. But I'm telling you, when you call this woman, you can't say nothing. She got that kind of power. You can't open your mouth. And she good too, because I never will forget. Me and another fellow witch. I call her my sister witch. We call her because she got a fascination. My sister witch has a fascination with this. And she's not on no YouTube, no social media outlet. She one of them a word of mouth. She's real. She's up in age. She's real seasoned. I think she's like now in her like late 60s or what have you. She was out before it was even an internet. But I never will forget. I was on the other end. I thought she didn't know it. But I was on the phone with my sister witch. My sister witch called. And the lady right off the bat knew who she was. Which, that ain't no big deal to me because you might just have my phone number recorded in your system. You know, or you just may remember my voice. I don't know. But she knew everything from 5 years back what was going on with this lady, because she said you always call but you never pay. And I was like impressed. And so this time the girl paid. And I was sneaking on the other end just listening. And she said, something going on with you. That's what she told the lady. And she said, she just came straight out and said this right here. Spirit tree. Why you on this phone? Did y'all hear me? I'm not lying. She said, speak up. Oh my God. I'm like, this lady is something else. I ought to pick up the phone and call her now. But I'm telling you, you got some folks, you can't trick them, you can't fool them. They know when somebody on the other end. Hey, John, how you doing? Now, y'all got to tell me, why did I say that? I don't forget why I even brought that up. Because I got to get to the meat. Hey, Oyana, how you doing? Patricia, I want to know her. She came straight out and said, she said, Spirit Tree, speak up. She knew I was on the other end. Okay. I've been holding this name for a long time, way before cell phone. Did y'all not know that? This was way before cell phones. Okay. The woman knew it. I had another person that impressed me like that. I went to Miami and I was down there. Vampire, don't you bother me, Vampire. I know you on the other end. Don't bother me, Vampire. Don't you bother me. I know you listen. I know you listen. Okay, you don't mess with me. My spirits are not happy with you. But anyways, I had to say that because the vampire was with me when I went down there. Matter of fact, the vampire took me down there. But anyways, look. I was over there in Miami. And I was on what you call it, little Cuba, Little Havana. Yeah, that's what it was. Little Havana. I was on Little Havana where all the Cubans, come together in Miami and stuff like that. And I mean, they are very proud of their culture. And one of the guys had a guitar with a voodoo doll hanging on the end of it and everything. He was trying to hide it from me because I was trying to film it. It had a real black voodoo doll on it and everything. They were just loving their cultural music and all that good stuff and all. And so I went by this cigar shop and everything. And the owner of the cigar shop came and he gave me a long cigar for free and told me to put it in my mouth. He wanted to take a picture of me because he said I looked at like the black Cubans back home and everything. And I took the cigar and I thanked him for it. I put it in my mouth, but I told him, I said, you cannot make no pictures of me. I don't want nobody really taking no photos of me. Now I know what y'all saying, Mama, they got photos of you floating all over the internet. Cause I just feel like they can capture your soul when they do stuff like that. Cause he wanted to hang it up in his shop and everything. I know, no. It's too many folks coming up in here. I know what y'all saying, Mama, but look, you on the internet though. But I just didn't trust him. If I don't trust you, I don't want you to have my shit. You know what I'm saying? But there was Cuban, what they call him? He was in the Santeria. Do y'all call them priests, Tatars? What do y'all call these people? He may have been a Tatar, and he's good, but he was a sick Tatar. Um, he's good with his work. I don't like you. And I know you're not listening. This man had started stalking me because he had said that my Lakie beads was nothing but shit. And I told y'all about the story because he said they hadn't been consecrated or blessed or what have you and stuff. And so, I stood up over him to leave and he said, oh my God, you got some bad energy on you. I told y'all about that story. He said, oh my God. He said, I just get immediately drained when you're around. Oh, I don't feel good, this, that, and the other and everything. He was already sick and stuff like that. And it was the actual vampire that said the reason why he going through that is because he really disrespected your spirits and they whooping his ass. So he kept calling me through the night, telling me he wanted to meet up with me, and see what I was working with, this, that, and the other, and all of this and all of that. And then after so many tries, he saw he wasn't gonna get up with me and stuff. He said he was gonna send an Mfumbe at me. And which well, I don't know what culture that is with that, but he said he was gonna send an Mfumbe. And I told him, I said, oh gosh, I got so many of those already over here. You want some of mine? Okay? And because, I mean, he said that like I was supposed to be frightened, but I just said I have plenty of Mfumbes over here. I can send, oh, don't send that. Don't send that. He told me, he said one of my spirits, he had to actually take it to the graveyard because it was continuously whooping his ass. Thank you, Tata, for being honest, okay? Thank you. Where does the power come from? It comes from the dolls. But look, he was very impressive because when I sat down and talked to him, he was explaining to me who I was. He was telling me that I have like witches. I didn't tell him I was a witch. He just said there are a lot of witches around you, and they got black cauldrons and they're stirring something in those pots, and that's what's giving you power. He said one in particular is a big old heavy set black woman that's stirring the pot. She is the one that's giving you information, whatever. And he kept on and kept on, and then out of nowhere he called my name. He said you are a spirit tree. And he got me with that when I said, this man know what he talking about. And I looked at the vampire. I said, did you hear him call my spiritual name? But now this is how it came through. It came through. It was a man that was from Cuba that was rolling up the cigars. The man that was rolling up the cigars was speaking in Spanish to I guess he a Tata, I don't know what he is, some kind of priest, something like that. Both of them was Cuban. He said it. He said she is a spirit tree, and gave the information to the Tata. And the Tata told me just about a lot of what was going on in my life, and stuff like that. So I was impressed. So y'all might want to check him out. He's at the cigar shop. You got to go to Miami to the cigar shop, okay? and which is a lot of cigar shops out there, and I can't tell you which one it is. But he sits in front of the cigar shop. He's a real tall man. Real tall. One of the tallest Cubans I ever seen in my life. But he tall man. He sits out there in front of that place all the time. If he's still alive, cause I don't know. My spirits might have just done whooped him to his grave. But the man was able to just find me all over social media. And he kept on messaging me and everything because he gave me information. I guess he wanted to get paid for it. I did not tell him to give me the information. My spirits demanded it from them. It demanded it. Okay. So anyway, so hey Pink Wolf. Okay, so now I'm gonna wrap this up. This is what I want to talk about. Hey Oyana Merritt. Hey Selena Barner. Hey Isani Griffin. Okay. So now let's talk. Um, hey Ginger Snaps. Ginger Snaps is giggling. I don't know if Ginger Snaps. A lot of times y'all be trolling. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, and I just play games with you. Cause hey Wanda, I don't have to worry because I can be just as gullible. I know a lot of times, say Mama don't even know that's a troll. Mama don't have to worry about whether it's a troll or not. Okay? Because moderators catch what they catch. All they don't catch, the spirits catch. Hello. So you can run, but you can't hide. Hello. You run. They'll decide whether you're a troll or not. I ain't got to decide that. Okay, I am well taken care of over here. Hello. Hello. Hey, Rena. How you doing? Hey, Crazy A. You know what, Crazy A's? I kept seeing eights the other day. I kept seeing eights everywhere. Hey, Dickerson Christian, Christina, 96. Love you too. Hey, Aziza. See, I missed out on all of y'all. Hey, Raymond. How you doing? Okay, so we want to talk about the dead. The reason why I brought this up is because this is a subject matter that I've talked about a lot of times. This is not your first time hearing it from me. I was the one that brought this here. Okay. I do hear another a content creator that has come out to talk about the same thing, like cover your head when somebody dies, and not necessarily like that, but using it in the same context, because we all know we have to cover our head, especially women when you go to the cemetery and stuff like that. But I have brought it to you all that the dead will actually try to attach to you. The spirit does not want to die. It looks for a warm body with blood to keep itself living. Now I was the one brought that here to this little social circle right here. But I see that this person is preaching about it too because they got the content from here. I don't mind, but you cannot go in the same breath to speak bad about mama, because it will bring you a lot of spiritual troubles. Because when I say I have an army of spirits over here, I have an army of spirits over here. Okay, why? The only thing different between me and people who don't have an army of spirits is because I feed mine. I make sure they have all of the cigars and liquor, and y'all seen me on camera feeding with smoked cigars, liquor, getty. That's just some of what I do. Okay. Okay, so that's the only difference between me and folks who ain't got nothing fighting for. If you have stuff fighting for you, oh, thank you. I just need that part right there. If you got spirits fighting for you, you can be just like mama. The only people that ain't like mama is the people who living in the mundane world, thinking that all exists is what they can see with their two eyes. Their physical eyes, because they ain't utilizing what? Their spiritual eyes, which they call the actual third eye, the spirit eye, the mind's eye. Okay. But let me get back onto the subject. Where I am at right now, when somebody dies, don't you have to call and tell me? I already know they done died. Because, and you all can do the same, because there's a messenger that will contact you and let you know when you lose somebody. They come You get, everybody need to know a warning always come. You're gonna get your warning first about everything, because you can't say, God damn it, I didn't know that they were gonna come here and snatch my car up. You got a warning. They had done already mailed you and let you know that you was delinquent. You already knew it. So we all, even on the spiritual level, we get our warnings first. Okay, if a bird flies in, it's letting you know some news. Not all the time is somebody gonna die if a bird fly in your house. I've had plenty of birds to fly in here and then nobody dies. Sometimes birds can bring healing, heal you from things, bring gifts, get people up off their sick bed, off their deathbed, as well as let you know somebody in the past. So don't think just cause a bird in your house, oh my God, somebody's gonna die. I've had birds to fly in my house, never opened the door, and they vanished. Okay? Never could figure out how the bird got in there in the first place. Sometimes birds might get in your house because, they're angels from heaven. And maybe somebody crossed over. It's a year anniversary. They're just trying to let you know, hey, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here fighting with you. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I said all of this to say this right here. I told y'all about my uncle. He died. My uncle died. And he was the one that he is the catalyst. He is the actual teacher, spiritual teacher behind my work. Okay. I'll call out all my spiritual teachers. There are many, too many to name, but those who were like in the pivotal point of my stages of my spiritual growth was my uncle. He was my male teacher. My aunt, she was my female teacher. Y'all met auntie, but y'all never met unc. Unc taught me so much. I don't know what I would do. My uncle taught me more than my father ever taught me. I'm just going to be honest. I can't even necessarily remember anything that my father taught me. Isn't that sad? Why? He was a very quiet man. Okay? So if I learn anything from him, it's to be silent. Because he never would talk. He was a very simple man. My mom, I hate to say it, my mom taught me about books and stuff like that. She was a researcher. She wrote many lectures because she was a professor. She was Dr. such and such and such. And so I learned most of the education that I do have from her. Okay? But spiritually, I've had 3 teachers. You might be still listening to me. The man at the gallery. You know who you are. You have been a wonderful teacher, even though things did not work out. Some big bridges were burned. And I don't know if I ever want to cross that bridge anymore. But you taught me how to embrace he taught me how to embrace all of those things about me that I thought were negative things. Like I would always talk to him and tell him I'm not like regular people and I don't know why. And I'm different. He said, you're not different. Okay? There's no such thing as you're different. He said, you're just acting on your own instinct. And a lot of people have been taught and trained not to. Okay? He said, you need to free yourself from these constraints because it's hurting your work. He was always about art and the paintings and stuff, because my art, you would see commotion starting in my artwork, and then he said, suddenly stop. He said, because someone trained you to not like you. So you have tried to be so many different people because you did not like you. I'm here to teach you how to like and love you. You're not going to be like everybody else. And everybody else ain't got no business being like everybody else. Everybody should be themselves. That meant a lot to me. And it's only from his teachings I'm able to say, hey, yeah, y'all, I hate to tell y'all this, but I think spiders are beautiful. Because everybody else is like, oh, they're ugly, they're evil. So I was able to just say, I think spiders are cool. I can say, oh my God, cloudy days are the best days. They're the most beautifulest days until I want some sunlight. They laughed at me because I said black was my favorite color. I love black. I love the blackness. And because we had to explain all of the colors and why we liked it. I just couldn't explain why black was so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about race right now. I'm talking about a color. Black is my favorite color. believe it or not. Um, and I have many secondary colors that I like with it, like yellow, red, and purple. Those are secondary colors that I like to put alongside that. I think they're pretty, and complement each other well. Rose is one of my fascinating colors too. But anyway, so look, check this out. Check this out. Let me go back. So, but my uncle such and such that just crossed over. You understand what I'm saying? Oh my God, he taught me too much. Woo! And when he crossed over, I should have known it was him. Your body is going to let you know when someone you love has crossed over, when a friend has crossed over, before somebody else let you know. I was ignoring the signs because around that time, he died. He died in September, this past September 2019. Nobody called me and told me. But I did have some symptoms. I said, I don't know what it is. I'm so tired. I felt like I was walking quicksand. My legs were heavy. My arm was heavy. I was so tired and worn out. Why? Because the dead was riding me. Pay attention to those signs. You may have some dead relatives riding you, or some dead friends in the distance past riding you. These are all to let you know, stop a minute. And it got to the point I couldn't no longer ignore it. And some just made me type his name in and found out that, that he had an obituary there. I was like, damn, they don't let you know when somebody you loved and cared about passed away, whether a person calls you or not. And I wasn't going to the funeral. No way. How can I go to funerals? Because the dead rides me. If you are a medium or a mediator between the physical world and the spiritual world, a bridge between the two, that's what we are. I can communicate very well with the dead. Then guess what? You're vulnerable. You got to be careful. You're vulnerable. You can't just go to funerals. Let me just go on to the funeral and walk around with your head and your toes and all that. You can't do that. You have to protect yourself, because what it is, that spirit that has left that cold body needs warm blood. You may just be a candidate for it. Now, here's the tea. How are we going to protect ourselves from attachments? Because some of these attachments that detach from some of these cold bodies bring with them dis-ease, discomfort, sicknesses, pestilence. They're parasites. The T is, how are we going to protect ourselves? And if we have such an attachment, how are we going to remove it? Look like I got to walk down the road a little bit before I can tell y'all. You see what I'm saying? This is what we need to spend our time doing. To let you know, have you ever had somebody to pass away in your family and stuff like that? And they may pass away with, say for instance, some type of heart disease. And then you find out that the sibling in there, they got the same heart disease and they pass away. And then there's still the other person sick with a heart disease. You see what I'm getting at? That's a spirit. And a lot of these countries, especially in West Africa, they believe in that. They believe that you, after someone dies in the village, you have to pick up and leave so that you won't get a spiritual attachment from spirits, from the gods. Gods may not be pleased or whatever, so they pick up and they leave and go to the next place and the next place. And it's a way also, just in case the person have died of some type of plague or something like that, to protect themselves from it. You see what I'm saying? But I got to go down the road so I can tell y'all how to get rid of attachments, because some of these attachments, like safe, and I pay attention, I observe. So if my mom passes, she lived 11 years. Now my daddy got it. Okay, I ain't mean to say 11 years. Let me put it like this. Mama dies. My daddy gets it. he lives 11 years. Then the spirit going to attach to somebody else in the family. I noticed that my auntie, not the witchy auntie, the other auntie, she lived 11 years after my daddy died. Now that attachment will go on to somebody else. They'll live 11 years after. It's a pattern. I pay attention to it. And cycles. Then I noticed something. When that matriarch died, a matriarchal woman, has the ability to hold a lot of attachments. She's the actual one that protects the family, the matriarch, the oldest matriarch. Okay. When she died, 96 years old, then all of a sudden, her son dies 10 months later. And then the cousin to that cousin of mine dies what? 10 months later. A sickle cell anemia. Then my uncle, he dies. Do you see what I'm saying? So this thing, it's a reaper. It's a reaper that comes into families and into generations to clean things up so that the new generations can come. If you see family members having babies, then that means you got to prepare for somebody to be taken out. Does that make sense? Pay attention to this, y'all. This is the classroom. This is the spiritual invisible world classroom over here. Okay. Jackie said, I was just thinking about a message I received in my email talking about come to church to worship some absentee entity. Meanwhile, Pastor Wilson on film eating somebody's vagina. It's so sick. It's so sick. Somebody has lied to them. The Bible has lied to them and said that God forgives 77 times 7. All lies. I'm going to tell you something. Whether you believe in karma or not, there is no Jesus that forgives. There is no Jesus. You understand what I'm saying? That you got to seek the forgiveness from. You got to seek forgiveness from yourself. You need to know this, that for every action, there will be a reaction. Okay? You cannot go in and throw a match on the floor with some gasoline and say, you know what, ain't no fire gonna come. Ain't gonna be no fire. Ain't no consequences to me doing this. I'm exempt. Your house gonna burn up. Because the action has created what? A fire. Okay. Okay, now y'all, I gotta run. Hey, Piscarius, how you doing? Hey, Michelle. Hey, Kim. Did I miss anybody? If I missed you, hey, Thick Bricks, how you doing? Hey, Living Water. I think I talked to you one time, didn't I? Okay. She says pennies used to be all around her door. Selena said buffering over here. Yeah, they gonna get mama. They don't want mama around. So y'all get all y'all possibly can and take this message further, because they're gonna bye-bye. I shouldn't be having any buffering sitting in one place here, right next to almost the Wi-Fi. Now I'm not that close to it because they said that's a lot of radiation. But I mean, why am I? Well, sometimes these interruptions can be coming from spirit beings too. So, anyways, y'all, it has been nice. Anybody got any questions? Hey, Taz, how you doing? Lee. They're all in church right now. So this is why you're gonna be able to get we're gonna get some resistance today, because they praying against the spirit realm and the beings that actually acknowledge the spiritual realm. This is what church is for. Church is to protect the elites and the globalists from this ass whooping that eventually all of our spirits is gonna put on them. Okay, so that's their church is their protection. Okay, that's their barrier between us and them, like Grandma was saying. Okay, now, so anybody got any questions? Questions here? Are there any questions? Okay, Regina said, question, can you use an animal's, oh, your what you call gone. Okay. Mama Midnight, how are you? She says, how's the temple going? I'm going to get some footage today. We're going down there to cut the grass, and I'm going to show y'all a little bit of the progress because I got the China cabinet in there. The China buffet is in there, and the grandfather. Look, let me tell you, people have just been donating. And I appreciate all of you all. It lets me know that this got to be right. A lot of the times I say to myself, should I really be doing, should I sell it? Should I get rid of it? I mean, questions go through my mind and stuff, but Spirit always make a way. Papa and Mama always make a way. Do you hear me? I got to show y'all the ground. The man just gifted me. It was a young man that gifted it to me. He said his grandmother passed and he was selling it and he sold it to me for a little or none. Okay? A little or none. $25. And the clock looked like it's worth more, way more than 25 bucks. You know what I'm saying? So I've also been gifted a mirror, a huge mirror to go over the China buffet. And I know I look for more gifts to come because it has to be right. I was talking about someone had wanted to come down for teachings, and I was just trying to say I'm not ready for it. I was offering the individual, to go to some museums around, and they wanted just nothing but teaching. So, once I get myself set up, hopefully I'll be able to do that. I'm hoping that springtime I'll be ready to do teachings, and even if you're not able to physically come in there, I'm going to have an area. Because this house, I've outgrown it here. So some of this stuff got to come out of here and go in the temple. But I will be able to set up cameras and stuff for classes so I can show you all the way I dress my candles. You know what I'm saying? The way I make my gree bags, charm bags, spirit bags, whatever kind of bags. How I want to show y'all how I do it, you know. So we'll have some classes on how to make these dolls the simple way. You know what I'm saying? So you can have an army of spirits fighting for you. Y'all, I want to talk to y'all now. Y'all got to tell me something. I keep on hearing, I used to be scared of you. I'm scared of you. Can y'all talk to me? As I have a piece of this here. Excuse me, y'all. Can somebody tell me what they mean? And they say they scared of me. I can't eat this. It's hard. Good God. Anybody can tell me. These people keep talking about they scared of me. What is this? Can y'all tell me? I'm just waiting on the answer. Ooh. Uncertain means I have a strong spirit. Let me tell y'all about this. Y'all, every time there's a certain place I go, and I walk up in there, I kid you not, they call the sheriff. They call us the sheriff. I'm certain myself, I have a strong spirit. Let me tell you something. There's something behind this here. It's an entity. And sometimes I look in the mirror and I see it. And I can see it staring right there. It's in me. And I can see it when I look in the mirror. I'm certain I've heard this before. I used to be in a coven. And a nice way they kicked me out. They sure did. And I went in there, I was washing feet. The girl didn't want to wash her feet. So then she came straight out and said, "Ooh, mama, you got a strong spirit." Now she washed my feet now, because I know what y'all gonna say, "Mama, she didn't wash your feet because it was dirty." No. Maybe she may have felt like these feet were too black to wash, but she was black too though. But anyway, look, she said, that spirit on you strong. I was always trying to figure out what they mean. I don't understand it. People come, "Mama, I want a reading from you in person, Mama, but I'm scared." What is everybody afraid of? I don't see you, Mama, I'm scared of you. What you scared of? Yes, I'm kind of like that too. When that's somebody really got the spirit of supernatural, I might be scared of myself. I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't scared no more. That's that fear they put in you. They told you to fear all the idol worship and fear that. Y'all, we got to get rid of that. That's how come you can't get your... That's how come you can't get your dolls to do what you want them to do. Because you're scared. Sorry, y'all, just had a swig of water. So I just want y'all, I want to see y'all perspective. Is y'all scared of me too? Like Grandma say. She wouldn't say, "Are you?" Is you scared too? Don't be scared. Don't be scared of yourself. Cause this spirit gonna grow on you. Meaning that your spirits finna take all y'all to the next level. Okay? Don't fear your spirits. See, a lot of y'all suppress your spirits because you're trying to accommodate folks that don't need to be in your life. I'm trying, "Oh, I don't make such and such mad. Folk coming through my house, I don't want them to see me in a different light." See that kind of stuff right there. You're suppressing your spirit. You're suppressing your spirit so that you can accommodate somebody in your life that don't matter. Because if a person really matters, if a person really cares something about you, they'll take you the way you come. Hello? It wouldn't be you got to do this, you got to do that, and you can't have this and you can't have that in order to be my friend or my family member. When people start doing you like that, that don't mean no good. If I got to be a certain kind of way, and for you to come here and read it and get a reading, or come to the temple, I don't want you around me. I began to think you my enemy. Hello? You know what you feel when you say, "I'm scared of her." You know, my spirit know you ain't up no good. You know you're going to get an ass whooping. That's the fear. But if you coming to me genuinely, and then if you're frightened of, you coming genuinely, I'm here to learn. I'm here to be a part of it all. I'm here to contribute. You understand? And you genuinely telling the truth, you do good. I don't expect you to be scared, but you know, I don't like her. I'm gonna get next to her. I can do such and such and something. You better be scared. Same go for me and somebody else's spirit. I don't mean them no good. Their spirit can come over here and whoop my ass. I'm not the biggest and the baddest. I'm humble. I don't never want to think that I think I'm the biggest, baddest, which there is, because I ain't. I'm learning. I'm in the classroom. We're teaching each other. Hello? I ain't no better than no other witch out there. I'm on. I hear y'all. I'm sorry y'all for smacking and stuff. I know everybody's finna get up and leave now because they can't stand that. Spiritual outset said, I used to be afraid of sleeping in the dark until I started my spiritual journey. You know what? I ain't gonna lie, it's hard. Spiritual outset is hard. You know why? You know why we fear the dark? Because the messengers and stuff come out at night. And you gonna hear something. You can make your house quiet, turn out everything. Turn out all your lights. That's when the spirits speak to you. That's when the invisible world is right there with you. Okay? You ain't got to cross no long bridge or go all the way to the crossroads. They right there with you. Really and true, the crossroad is nighttime. That is the crossroad. Okay? That's where the beings meet up with you, right there. And so, only thing you got to be afraid of is getting your ass kicked because you don't mean me no good. And you should be scared. Hello? Hello? Or in some people cases they are afraid because they have indoctrinated us in church and told us don't lean into thine own understanding and to have these statues are idol worshiping and you're gonna go to hell for this. So a lot of people are still fighting and are and they're at war with the church trying to free themselves from the constraints of passing them. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of what's going on with a lot of people and a lot of folks. They scared because they know, like I said, they know they trying to cross. Man, you trying to double cross, mama. They tried to double cross mama. Okay, Mama Midnight said that makes sense because I love the nighttime. I don't care for the daylight. I always feel like I come alive at night. Yeah, all witches do. But we got to realize we're still in a mortal body, so sometimes we need to come out and get some sunlight. You know what I'm saying? Let the sunlight hit our skin and stuff. Because I was becoming like that at one time, and Auntie had to get on me about it. She said, you got to go outside and get some light. You know what I'm saying? Basically, what it was, I was just pretty much ashamed of who I was, the reason why I didn't go out and light, because I knew that people can see it. People knew it. And so it's all about the witch accepting herself, and we ain't got nothing to be ashamed or afraid of. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to us, cause we live in America now. If we was somewhere in one of them countries in Africa and stuff like that, we may have something to be concerned about. But we are the witch doctors, okay? That heal, sorcerers, that you have to whoop some ass sometimes. And we deliver babies, we make medicines, concoctions. This is who we are. Understand? There's nothing to be ashamed of. Okay? Embrace it. I'm not saying that's what's going on in your case, but when I wasn't going out in the daylight, it was because of that. I do come alive at night at the same time too. I always listen to Aunt. I want to make sure that I go out and get me some light too, because the light also infuses your physical body if it needs it. And the night, I'm sorry, the light infuses your body with life. Okay, the light, the daytime. The night actually inspires creativity. Okay, so we got to have a balance of both of those. We can't deprive our bodies of any of that. Does that make sense? Regina's rabbit hole said the Vatican's be sending legions out to mess with people. Better be, yeah, they do. Better be real. Yes, honey. They want to go. The spoofs want to see who know and who don't know. Okay, the people who know will have more resistance. You're gonna have far more resistance and far more ass whoopings than just the ordinary people. Yeah. Hey, Shabugi, 1000. House in my driveway in the light, but I feel asleep. Shabugi says, I'm afraid of the dark too because too many spirits pop up. I think they are protectors. Yeah, and I have another aunt that actually sleeps with her pillow slip on top of her head because she be scared and she be seeing all kind of stuff, and nobody sat down and ever explained to her what all of that is. You know what I'm saying? Because they be trying to communicate and talk to you and stuff like that. It is nighttime spooky. At nighttime, especially with all the lights and everything off, it is spooky. But you know what? That's the best sleep you can ever get. Cause we have a tendency to turn the TV on. But see what the TV doing? If the TV drinks your energy, they take and steal your energy. These elitists that run Hollywood and all this other stuff. Nollywood. I don't know what they're running, but they can take and pull all of our energies from TV devices and stuff like that. When these things are running, they take your energy with them. But when you're cutting everything off, it's dark and ain't nothing running but the refrigerator, ain't nothing for them to get. You cut the devices off. And then when spirit speaks and rejuvenates you and give you warnings and not just warnings, but tell you what you can do to avoid. The thing is, if you get a warning, I know a lot of people like, how do I prevent it? That means stay your ass at home. You get a shocking warning and stuff that day, just stay still. Tell your dreams for night. Tell it for night. It'll keep it from happening. My mom would always say, try to tell your dream for day in the morning. Some people said tell your dream for night. If you have a disturbing dream, tell everybody about it. Okay? Don't keep it to yourself. Talk about it. You see something, tell her, hey, look, wait a minute now. Whoa. I never will forget my son went through something very devastating. I ain't gonna talk about it. He seen, this was a while back, some years ago. He saw a swamp creature. Now people think that that's all mythological. They think it's all fairy tale, make believe, but swamp creatures do, they are real. There's a lot of UFO activity around the swamps. We have seen that for ourselves. UFO only means hey, Willie, Willie, he done came in the house. Well, he bouncing the door open. Okay, so look. Are y'all with me? Look like I experienced an interruption. Swamp creatures are real. And I said I wasn't going to talk about a bunch of stuff like this. Swamp, and I'm going to talk about that subject matter one day. Swamp creatures are real. It's just a fact now. Some things I might not be able to talk about and stuff like that because they don't want me talking about it and stuff like that. You know, they on my ass about talking about certain things because they said people are getting scared and shit like that. But they come anyway to be spooked and to be frightened because a lot of people are frightened of me. I know for real they are, and it's just because there's an entity behind me that is very strong, as she said. Everybody can tell that I'm not like the ordinary, okay, and it's here to stay. It's not going to change. That's my observer. It is very much a part of my life. They call it the observer, okay. It warns me of things. It lets me know of this, that, and the other. And there are a lot of people like myself. I'm not the only one. There may be some people out here now that's listening to me that have creatures. Can I even have a discussion on the swamp creatures, or should I? Can we do a video on the swamp creatures, or do y'all want me to leave that alone? But anyway, he saw. Who wants to know what happened with the swamp creature? If anybody, cause see, people are scared. Regina wants to know. Regina wants me to do a series on the swamp beings. They are real, just like you and I, just like the jinn, just like the leprechaun people. Okay, all of it is real. The fairies are really real. Yes, they are real. These are real spiritual beings that parallel with us from the invisible world. Okay, they can make themselves known. You know, it depends on your heightened awareness. They can come. They're real. So, anyways, my son was riding down swamp areas, and he said that he saw out of kind of like he didn't look directly at it out of peripheral vision. He saw a glowing being. It was glowing green. It's like a neon glowing green, and it sort of looked like the Green Giant. He said it had on that outfit like the Green Giant. Y'all ever seen that Green Giant? Look him up if you haven't seen the Jolly Green Giant. To me, I think it's an elemental type being, and it feeds off of the energy of the nature spirits and stuff. That's why it has that green, glowing hue about it. Okay, so they know what they be doing. Okay, when these film writers do this type of stuff, they know what they be doing. Okay, because they have access to the spiritual realm and the invisible world in some kind of a way. Because they use sometimes mediums and stuff like that to get them in contact with that energy, or because they do remote view at that form. But I ain't gonna take a whole lot of time up on that. But he said it looked it like that. He said it kind of looked like the Incredible Hulk, and it kind of looked it like the monsters. I don't know if y'all ever seen Herman the Monster. Now, actually Herman the Monster was green, but you couldn't tell because it was always in black and white. But he was actually green. They were mimicking, okay, the actual swamp creature. So every time you see that, my son said he had bolts in his neck just like Herman the Monster, and he had big feet just like Herman the Monster. He was big and built, and he said something said, "Don't look at it." And he says he drove by, he could see it out of his peripheral vision. Something devastating happened to him. If it's a good day, if it with permission, I may tell y'all what happened. But it will. You can go on YouTube, and there's a lot of feed where you what's the word, there's a lot of videos of people and their encounters with the swamp being. They also made a movie called The Swamp Thing. This is real. I live in a swampy area. I am here. I'm a living witness to my son's experience and what happened to him. He said, Mama, if I had looked at it, I would have died. I knew my spirits told me to not look directly at it. There is a video or some videos of people who have been attacked by the swamp creatures. You do not want to be walking on your feet, passing by swamps and woods without some help on hand. When the parallel world is here, the invisible world is here between 12, 3 to 4 midnight. They own the night. Know what you're doing when you say you're going to cross over on these crossroads at that time. You're going to be passing forest trees or in the forest or passing swamps. There's some people who've gone into these places and they have not been seen anymore. They will eat you. Okay? Always have help. Okay? Um So there was a story about this man that had was attacked. I mean, it actually just, I think I might be telling you wrong, but it got him out of the car and did something to him, and he was never the same. And he died some years later because it's like a fate. When you see the swamp being, it's a fate. It's like a messenger is being or something like that. It's a reaper. Okay? Okay. Regina says, wow. And they done got on me by telling y'all all these scary stories and stuff. Okay. So I guess my shit is really real because there are a lot of channels that talk about truth, a lot of channels that talk about gore, and a lot of channels like one of these things, it's called Oddities. It's a channel that talks about a lot of spooky ass shit. A lot of channels that talk about camp stories and stuff, what they call campfire stories, horror stories and stuff like that. Their channels are fine, but for some reason they don't want it coming from me. You know why? Because my ish is more real than the rest of them. Okay, I'm telling y'all. See, y'all want to know about hoodoo? Y'all want to know about the culture? Y'all say y'all want to know about the South and what it's like to be in a bayou? Y'all ask. Y'all come here for it. I'm going to give it to you. If you can't handle it, you need to leave. Some folks are just trolling. If you're trolling, you should know that there's going to be a serious consequence to it. Because I'm going to request it. I don't care how high you are on the ladder. I'm going to request for it. Because you got to realize outside of this is the real world. The outside of this is real world. You could stay in a protection bubble. With this, you can take it all down. It don't go away because they know where you at. You marked. And I want all you all to talk like that. Anytime, you feel threatened or you feel something is after you or somebody's trying to put a kill switch on you, always remind them that they're cursed. You are now cursed. See, they don't like me because I always teach everybody how to make sure you are sharpening up your skills to curse people that try to do you harm. This is why a lot of houses are burning down. This is why, especially over there in California, this is why you got your blackouts. This is why you got your tornadoes and your floods over here in the South. It's an unhappy ass witch around here. And these witches can utilize these people who do weather modifications to do destruction. You got some witches powerful enough, warlocks and sorcerers powerful enough to manipulate. Uh, my auntie said, make a puppet of Obama. I never did it, but she said make a puppet of Obama so that you can get him to bring some help to the poor and to the elderly and do this and do that. I never did that, but think about it. How that I see. She told me a lot of stuff I didn't understand, and she told me, she said, "Look, I guess this message will ride. They might take this down. I don't know. They may just take this not suitable. I don't know how it goes, but I got to do what I got to do. But look," she told me, "You have the power and the favor of the puppet master." I said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! That's a movie, ain't it?" She said, "It's a movie, but it's real. Some people have the power of puppet mastery. All of you doll makers out there have the actual magical, okay, gift of puppet mastery." And I was like, "Auntie, crazy. That don't make no sense." She said, "They are the ones behind you making all these dolls." And she said, "If you can make a doll of Obama, you can actually make him do what you want him to do." And I never thought about it like that. Y'all, does that make sense? Now, I said I could make a doll of such and such and such, but I don't want them to come over here and pick my ass up. And, sure enough, y'all ain't gonna see no more mama. Mama, y'all be like, "Where mama went? Where mama went?" It's so weird, y'all. It's two occasions I did this. Y'all know I'm random. I'm finna switch gears and stuff like that. So you can make a puppet of a person, and you make them do what you want. That's called puppet mastery. And I am a puppet master. I am a magician. I'm all of these things. No, I'm not the magician that can pull a Subway sandwich out of her sleeve. Everybody's magical powers work differently. Most witches and warlocks are magicians. You just have to know what your niche is and what your trade is, okay? My trade is with art. I can paint pictures and change the fate of certain situations just by painting a picture. Most artists have that ability. You all can do the same. It actually protected me from a tornado, okay? I told y'all about that story. Anybody hadn't heard of the story, I'll let you in on it. Okay, it's called oh shit, I cannot even think of it. When you're drawing and stuff like that, it's a magical art that I cannot come up with the name of, but at this point. But when I think of it, I'll do a video designated for it and it only. But um you need to know what works for you, what spirit is working for you. Now, like I said, for some it's making dolls. These people can make a doll of you and they can torture you. See what I'm saying? They can make dolls to protect themselves from you, bring trouble to you. They can come into your astroscape. One good example of it is Tales from the Hood. Type in Tales from the Hood, the scene where there was this old black woman in a rocking chair making all of them voodoo dolls. And them voodoo dolls came off of that painting and actually whooped that man's ass. Okay? Look at all of that. She was a damn good ass skilled doll maker, man. So that is the That's called puppet mastery, or she's a puppet master. There's actually a movie of the puppet master. Watch that so you can get an idea of how spiritual work, cause ain't nobody gonna teach you this. And I got to go, y'all. I'm gonna come back a little later. We'll see what happens with this video, okay? Okay, Mama Midnight said, I've been able to write things in existence, but I've been a slacker, which have been lazy in my crafts. Yeah, because you're distracted. Anytime, like it's some things I ain't been doing. Cause you get distracted. Most of the distraction is just life, trying to get to work, trying to hustle up the money and all of that. It keeps us. I just got disconnected. It keeps us away from contacting the muse and working with them. That's very important. We do that. But they call you people who write things existence author authorities. Look up the author authority. They have authority over future events. Just like the lady who wrote the book before it happened, the Titanica. She called it the Titanica. The only difference, and then later, I think some years later, she wrote about the ship sinking, and it was called the Titanica. Now, was it just her as an oracle seeing a fate in the future, or did she actually, construct this event to happen? See? Now I got to go down the road a ways to figure out that one, and then I bring that information back, or maybe you all already know. But she's an author authority. Some people like that got power like that, and the government seeks to make sure those people are not in existence, or incorporate them in their work, or they'll kill them. You have to kill somebody with that much power in order so you won't lose your rulership. The government will have to kill somebody like that because they can actually write something down and say such is gonna happen to such, and it'll happen that way. Okay, they can use their creative consciousness to do things, to wreak havoc, to do good things, wonderful things, write a story or something like that. They're gonna be full of riches and stuff like that. Become rich. There was a girl that had wrote a story. They said everybody in the classroom, they wanted them to write a story, and she had wrote a story about her and her friends out on the town, and it was a great story. And they were teenagers, 16, and she talked about one of the drivers being only 15, and they all were drunk, and they hit a tree and everybody died. She put herself in that too, because she's young, and being young and stuff like that, you are so close to your creative consciousness and stuff. You have that innocence. You feel invincible, and she didn't know no better. She wrote that, and a week later, I think 2 weeks later, it happened for real. That's the way she died. Just the same people were in the car when she wrote it. She didn't know she had author authority, or was she some great oracle that was able to see into future events and not know? Okay, so, and all you doll makers, look up puppet mastery. When Aunt told me that, I said, I'm finna explore all of this. I'm ready. I'm ready for the muse to show up and to come. I never will forget, I had did a video while I was playing my guitar. It's on YouTube to the day. Thank you so much, the divinity of Amanda. Do a intuition. She says, keep it up. Thank you so much. The donation means so much to me. All of you all mean so much to me. Look. So look that up. It's power and puppet mastery. You can change your whole entire course of existence with creating these dolls, with writing books, with writing journals, and all of this. Okay, we all need to write a journal of all of us just owning like rubies and emeralds and all time to people just bringing us crystals from all over. It depends on one. Now, so to me, I would love to have just about every crystal you can imagine. I would love to have emerald, rough cut, not refined. Rubies. Rubies are so beautiful. I would love all of these different things, but you decide what you want. For you, it may be something else. Write it into existence. It's nothing but a petition, an affirmation. That's it. This is where supernatural power lies. No one is going to tell you this. You'd have to get classes. If there's a particular class that you want to get more information in, type it in, Google it. I want more classes on how to work crystals. You got to pay for knowledge, though. I want more information as to how to make my own dolls and how to puppet master those dolls. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna run on and everything, and I thank you all so much for the encouragement. Hey, Sienna, how you doing? How are you? So now, Aziza said that's her stone. Is it ruby? That ruby red is beautiful, and rubies are very expensive. They are very expensive. There was this man that I met up with and everything, and he showed me pictures. He said, "You don't believe me? I'm gonna show you." He had showed where he sold his house for like $20 million. Had the documents and stuff like that. He said he was a grand magician, and he was one of the greatest sorcerers, and he proved himself to be so. Unless he had photoshopped it. But he showed me where he had done sold a house for 20 million. And he also showed me he was like a real estate guy. Um, he also showed me where he had in storage a huge emerald. I cannot get my mind off. He was just holding it in his arm. He had a huge chunk of rose quartz, big stuff that was difficult to carry in his vault. He had quite a bit of wealth. That's to me that's wealth. He had a big old gold bar nugget of gold and stuff like that. Now this is when you're doing something. You got a lot of folks got a lot of paper. But see, paper will burn up. You can burn up paper, can't you? Uh-huh. But when I say burn up paper, I'm not talking about literally with fire, but I'm just saying spending paper. Well, you need to invest into something. You know what I'm saying? The paper must be invested in something, real estate, crystals, if that's what you like. You know, yeah, you can invest in crystals. You can invest in precious stones like platinum and all that other shit. Don't mess with no plutonium, okay? Leave that shit alone, okay? Or cesium and all that. Leave that shit alone. Those are precious metals because I'm telling you, plutonium can light the whole motherfucking planet up, okay? I think if anything, plutonium is probably that's a man-made what isotope, what's the name of that? That's man-made though and everything, but uranium is a natural one, and you don't want to just pick it up, but it's more, I think that's more precious than gold because it can fuel up houses and you know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I think the most precious stone that they have out there is it's not platinum, but it's another one. It's so expensive, you ain't gonna hard to get your hands on it. Anybody know what that stone is? The most precious stone there is. Okay. Cimarron says, which master, the master magician, entrapped an ancient gem in a ruby? Yeah, that stuff is real. It's real. That's why you find people digging for treasures, digging for gold, because trapped within some of these things are some things that can give you the world. Gems are real. These supernatural powers in these gems, in these bottles, are real. And some of the stuff ain't good. You can unleash something that can bring hell to the earth. Okay? My auntie used to always say, she said, I want you to continue to look for the treasure. Don't ever stop looking for the treasure. She said, you have the ability to find, and as I said that I got the taps and stuff, tap tap. You have the ability to find the treasure. I still got to try to make some sense out of some of the stuff she talking. Aziza said, Aretha Franklin say emeralds things that are worth more than diamonds. Undead Goddess says you got a Pandora box out there. Be careful what you open. Like they went up inside that pyramid and opened up one of those tombs, and everybody dropped dead in so many days. That stuff is marked, and some of it is cursed. A lot of people don't believe in that. It's real. That's why you got these archaeologists and stuff going all over the place and stuff going underwater and stuff looking for these treasure boxes and so that they can open up some shit to unleash some on us that we can't get rid of. A lot of this wrath on the planet is because people have unleashed dragons that have been locked up for millennia. Yes, all of this stuff is real. Dragons do exist. Okay, cyclopses are real. Did y'all not know that? Leprechauns are real. Fairies. I'm not sure about the unicorns. But maybe one time. Look, what I'm saying is this. It had to come from somewhere, didn't it? Everything that comes from the imagination is coming from something real. It got here some kind of a way, so it's got to be real. It was a physical, tangible thing somewhere in some long ago existence. They're real. Fire dragons are real. Thunderbirds. Don't be surprised if you see one. Thunderbirds are real. A lot of people don't know what Thunderbird is. That's an actual. It was a man with these huge wings and shit. That's why I love the artist, because the artist is able to bring us something tangible from the what? Unintangible. From the intangible. They can bring it on canvas. They can bring it to you in statues and dolls and paintings and all of that. I love artists. Those are the grand magicians. Yes. They can capture something that you ain't able to see in everyday life. They can bring you places that you may not ever be able to go to. The only way to get there is through them. They're the bridge. And one time they used to chop artists' heads off. Stuff was so real, they said, you're a witch. We got to get rid of you. You writing stuff that we don't like, you got to go. Yes, the divinity Amanda says yes. Imagination is power. That's why people are need to have a lot of respect for the little child, for the little children, okay? Because little children are so close to divinity, and sometimes that's as close as we can get to it through the child. This is why people go out to violate them, because they have that source. They have not lost touch with their imagination. This is why the sickos violate these little beings, because they want to steal these beings' light. The children carry the light. Okay? They are the bridges to that side. Okay? Now, some of them I can't say that for now. Okay? I'm speaking for most, but not all. Some children bring darkness with them, but it's still all beautiful, because we got to have both light and darkness. Okay? Y'all, I better go. It has just been so nice talking to you all. And I'm going to sit down and read the comments. Hopefully, it can stimulate some more videos to come. For those who are frightened, I'm going to warn you in the future to go and find the videos where you can get nothing but cotton candy, jelly beans, flowers. You know what I'm saying? Go to that. This is what I'm teaching. What I'm teaching is advanced witchcraft. It may be intermediate for most, but I put myself on that status. This is the advanced witchcraft. Now, there are some other advanced witchcraft channels out there. I'm not saying I'm the only one, but my channel can get very, very dark. Some of the things I talk about. Some of you all may say, oh, girl, this is child's play. But for some people, we got to understand they're in the beginning novice stage and they can't handle it, okay? So they go back and they say, whore, 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 she scared me. She scared me. Reminds me of my little cousin Karen. My little cousin Karen went and told my mom that I told her about one of these scary movies. A scary movie because that's all I love to talk about. Scary movie. It was called Flight 747. I told her about that, and my mom had a fit because I told her about it. But see, that was my mama blood. See, that's when I knew I was adopted because she had more concern for her than she did me. Think about it. So did nobody have to tell me I was adopted? I knew by your actions. You got a mama acting like that, it's pretty much a chance you are adopted. Or you could still be born from her, but you just used her wormhole to get over here, but she's still, these folks ain't your family members, okay? This is just your way to cross over, okay? All kinfolk ain't kinfolk. All skinfolk ain't skinfolk. You need to know that. But anyways, she definitely was not a part of my soul family and everything because the way she carried on about me talking to my cousin about that scary movie, my goodness, she had more. Like I said, she protected her more than she did me. God in heaven. And you wonder how I knew I was adopted. And I got a chance to tell her that before she left here, that I knew it. You know. Hey, Nolly, Mo, you better pre. Yeah, tell the truth. Just because you came out of a woman's wormhole don't mean you and us her soul family. All the blood is good for is for it's a lineage line as far as DNA and stuff like that. So some DNA things you may share some spirits as far as that, or DNA is DNA. Hey, biologically your mitochondrial DNA is similar, and the benefits of it is if you need a kidney or something like that, organ transplant, that's the good thing about it. But I'm talking about on soul levels. Our souls are not the same. Our souls still came from two different places. You was just the catalyst to get my ass over here. That's basically all it boils down to. Okay. Or especially in this situation, this was a woman that actually raised me from a child up, because my mom was not able to take care of me. We know we're not in the same soul family, honey. You told on yourself. You told us you was adopted without even having to tell us. You know what I'm saying? So okay, Mama Midnight said a woman's wormhole. I love it. Okay, y'all. Let me go on. If I can get up out of here, y'all, please rate and subscribe, and I'll be back shortly. Okay. Bye bye.